GPS guided mapping, as they called it, the mapping of all the hospitals and the health professionals, and using the GPS in their phones to be able to track all the doctors and the medical personnel. They have their numbers. So this raised an alarm, and we were able to alert people, and all of a sudden, under the Buhari administration, things seem to have piped down. Now, immediately after Buhari's administration came to an end, they came up again with the so-called third phase of this survey. So this whole new program is what they are on now, to map and target and kill the doctors. This was exactly what they did for the farmers. Bill Gates donated, in quote, 14 million cell phones, which they call the electronic wallets. The idea was that they were going to give 2 billion naira loan or grant to farmers. What the plan, as far as the doctors are concerned, is that the doctors of Nigeria are the people who should, according to their plan, collect the eggs of women, which will now be used for the cloning procedure we call somatic cell nuclear transfer. And this is what I want to explain, what this is all about. Okay. Now, what the West is looking at is that they envisage a new human industry. The new human industry will make it possible to replace organ parts of sick people, instead of our continuously taking drugs for any medical condition. So what that means is that if you have a heart disease and you go to a doctor, the doctor will could take a sample from that your diseased heart, send it to the biotech companies, which are actually, most of them in this category are owned by Bill Gates. They will now clone exactly that heart of that person. And how will they do this? They will take the cell the doctor sent them and remove the nuclear material, that's the nucleus that has all the genetic information. Now they will get the egg of a woman, or eggs of women, because they will need several eggs for this. They will remove the nucleus on that egg and then transfer the nucleus from that disease heart into that egg. So that's what we call somatic cell nuclear transfer. So when they transfer it and then they keep it in a culture to grow into a heart, replicating the exact heart of that diseased person, but now that heart will be brand new without disease. They can now send that heart back to the doctor, and they will now implant it into the patient. And of course the person must have paid maybe $2 million or $1 million or whatever the cost involved. But this process of doing this is a manual process. That means making this transfer into the egg of a woman. So the eggs of women could be taken in hundreds just to do one procedure. So they will need about 100 million eggs, which will come from 10 million women. So when they looked at the map of the world and saw, where on earth can we get up to 10 million women to donate egg?
Okay, so they find Africa as and Nigeria as a resource base for that purpose.
Yes. When they looked at Nigeria, it looked very much promising for them. Okay. So Nigeria has the population over 250 million people, about that now.
Yeah, Prof. You see, this thing is very. Why is this thing? I want to find out. Is this effort by Bill Gates restricted to Nigeria, or are there other African countries or other parts of the world that are being affected by what they are doing?
the planned genocide is restricted to Nigeria. But one has to understand, why do they need to kill the doctors? They kill the farmers because they wanted to make sure they eliminate all the seed growers in the country. So when they eliminate the seed growers, the natural seeds will never be available again. And how they did that was very simple. What they did was that they just gave 14 million cell phones to all Nigerian farmers, so they could track those people who were being paid for seeds. So when other farmers go to them, they go to buy seeds, and then they know that this person was being paid for seeds, so he is the one selling the seeds. So they now use the GPS coordinates on these so-called electronic wallets, which are just cell phones, to target all of them and eliminate them. When you eliminate the natural seed growers, there will be no other alternative to the GMO, genetically modified organisms, foods and seeds. So they brought these seeds as improved seeds. The other farmers, they drove them into IDP camps and came to these IDP camps under the different NGOs and international agencies and presented these GMO seeds. So the farmers will now leave, they will temporarily hold their military activities in those areas, so the farmers will go and resettle. When they resettle, they start planting the GMO seeds. Once you plant the GMO seeds that first time, that first seed you get from that your maize, if you eat it, that will be the last you are going to eat. Because if you take the seed from that GMO corn and plant it, it will not grow. The gene that allows replication has been switched off. So you have to go back to the person who produced the initial seed. That is, in this case in Nigeria, it will be Monsanto. They will now use them to reproduce these seeds. So these seeds are what actually makes the agricultural produce to move on. So they are using this technique to eliminate all the natural seed growers. And then when the remaining farmers don't have any other place to get seeds than to go to them, to go to them for that. Now, where do the doctors come in?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 22nd day of April 2024. Tata Bobochi Orie, Obochiafo, sorry, Tata Bobochiafo. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform, irrespective that I'm 1 hour late before broadcasting, but I've been here playing all these clips and also trying to wait for my comrade that I should be broadcasting with today, but it's not available today finally. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service. Coming from Radio Biafra London, we are here live and direct. Once again, today is the 22nd day of the 4th month, being April 2024. Tata Bobochafo. You can be hearing Radio Biafra London live on our frequency modulation in Biafra land 102.1. 102.1. As our brothers complained from Aba as of yesterday, be assured that our FM is under some work. Our FM relay stations are under repairs, and in no distant time it will be booming as usual. Therefore, invite your friends and well-wishers, though today is going to be short because I'm 1 hour late, though I've been here playing some clips which you are listening. But we must continue because there is no No going back. No shaking. You know, the beauty of this, you know, that is why when you are contributing in one way or the other in these efforts, IPOB efforts, please, even if somebody don't praise you, praise yourself. You are sent. I used to tell you that. I used to say this. Do you know what Nigerian government, I know as of now, is more than $1 billion they have been spending in order to scatter IPOB. Do you know what it means? A country like Nigeria trying to do what? To destroy IPOB, but they don't even come closer to shaking the foundation of IPOB. They don't even come close. They spray money anyhow. And you know, you think you are downgrading what you are contributing in your effort. You are downgrading it. No, please. Do not. You look at now, more be happy that you are part of this history. That you are part of making history. Nigeria, you know, the way IPOB is being structured. Mazi Nnamdi said it, that it will take more than 150 years for you to come in closer to shaking the foundations of IPOB. Not destroying it, oh. Shaking it. Do you know shaking it? They spend money. You know, they use, let me tell you one thing. People duped Nigeria, both international, different international people from other countries and even Nigerians themselves in high places. They duped Nigeria governments millions and millions of dollars in promising them that they will do this and that against IPOB, and IPOB will be down. And Nigeria government, they don't even ask. They will pay. Name your amount. They say $30 million. They send immediately, and they will be laughing. What I'm telling you, the Nigerian government know. They know. They know. Nigerian government knows it. Another person will get contact, go and collaborate with the Nigerian embassy in Switzerland. You know, there is this and that, this idea, you know, I will do it, you know, and name your price, $50 million. They pay. See, IPOB will be this. Don't worry. They will pay. At the end of the day, they will find out that it is coming. Have you forgotten when they boasted that Radio Biafra is destroyed? Even it came out in the whole Nigerian media. They were boasting that Radio Biafra is down and down forever. They have destroyed Radio Biafra. Nigerian government boasted through, is it National Broadcasting Corporation, NBC, that they have destroyed Radio Biafra. Today, they are even tired. They no more think about, if you come and tell them that I would, don't worry, give me money, I will destroy Radio Biafra. Nigerian government can even jail you. Unless from abroad, they will snub you because they know it's impossible. They have understood that it is practically impossible. We are in an age, a cut-edge technology, the age of IT, information technology age. And who comes? Will you? Which government? When you talk even about Nigeria doing things or doing, you talk Biafrans. That's it. Is it Aboki that never even know how to use big to write that will come and do something for you to destroy IPOB? Is it what you're expecting? Or will come for information technology? Is it? They don't care they bug the clip between Kunle and Alhaji. You don't see what Alhaji was saying, mocking even themselves. He said, who Aboki know how to do anything? Nigeria, where would they talk? No be Igbo man. If Igbo man never do, just make Igbo man a friend for you to, he will one day vomit something for you to use to survive. He mocked themselves. He said, you know, they know the reality. Anya moka karaka. into pay just always okay. They know. So if any person that comes to tell them, no, don't worry, I will destroy IPOB, they say, come on, get out. You are you are talking rubbish. That is why the infiltrator is going down, because doors are closed on him. Are you understanding? They have now understood that, look, this thing of trying to destroy IPOB is effort in futility. That is why they say, okay, let us hold their leader. At least in Naka, forget, let them be Naka. Do you see? Because they have tried all they could. They have played all their cards in order to destroy IPOB, but they never even come to shaking the foundation of IPOB. They didn't come closer to shaking the foundation. They used criminals. They unleash criminals. They unleash propaganda. Today they are saying that I think Nigerian military or police boss, they say they are going to train social media warriors in the southeast. I know Mohamu. They want to come in our home. In our home. You understand? One of our comrades, he say he doesn't, if he's sleeping, he holds his a smartphone. To the extent he will be sleeping deep, but his hand is on his smartphone. They don't know that we are 247 on social media. We are there. Everywhere we are there. So they said they are going to train. Why do you think that they are coming to Southeast? Because that is the Gowon policy, or Gowon own plan. Gowon said, had it been he understood the Igbos, he wouldn't have spent money and lives of people, Nigerians, using billions or losing billions, if not trillions of dollars, to fight, import, war machines to fight Biafra. He would have used a few Biafrans, paid them just a fraction of that money, and they will do the job for them. That is the idea they are using now. The more you go, the more you learn. We learn from experience. These 3 years of rendition in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we learn many things. I'm telling you honestly, because they came through different ways. I know Allah. That is why as you are hearing my voice, watching Ekekebo, if you are genuinely in this struggle, contributing your own quota in any way, na Mazi Nwada Koronwa Gina Kabiko, it was sent now. You are fighting a selfless war. That is one thing I used to tell people. They thought that our enemies miscalculated that, Igbos, we can never join together to fight for something that we might not benefit from even. We might die and not even to benefit from it, but it will be our future generations' benefit. That is what they calculated. But this generation showed them that they are wrong. They are wrong. We are fighting a wholesome war. Genuinely committed. Forget about the few people that might be used, cornered and used. It's normal. Everywhere you have them. Are you hearing me? There is no place in this world where there is freedom fighting that they don't have saboteurs in their midst. It's impossible. There is no place. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Look, when you study or check about even the Palestinian on fight, they have saboteurs among them, among the Palestinians. For your information, sometimes they fish them out, they kill them in public, Because saboteurs are the real witch that should not be spared. When you hear suffer not a wish to live, is them saboteur. Any person or a group of people that is sabotaging the people's collective effort for collective survival. They are not fit to live. I suppose all weekend, painful death. I am telling you. So we must continue what we are doing. It doesn't matter whatever that is happening. Let us understand that we are in a fight for freedom. All gone. Fighting for freedom. It's not a no. Whatever we are doing, fight. Because in this world, for you to surface, you have to fight to surface. Are you hearing me? For you have to fight to force yourself out. If you plant a corn seeds, in the next few days, you see them sprouting. That sprouting is a fight. To penetrate the soil is a fight, for your information. Because they need to come out, they want to survive. That's why they need to come out. And, in order to be getting sunlight for their continuous existence. Therefore, if you think that, this thing safe, nothing, every time Biafra, let me tell you, most of the countries you are enjoying today, they fought. For a long time, they fought. They fought for survival. They fought for their genuine independence. They fought for them to reach where they are today, where you are in their countries and enjoying. Thinking that it came in one day. You are in Japan listening to me. Do you know what it took them? Do you know what it took them? They fought with the Europeans. They fought with their own saboteurs, internal saboteurs. They fought to maintain themselves, their culture, their tradition. They fought, for their what you see them enjoying today. They fought for it. And it's not a day job. The worst thing with our people is we are duped into looking for shortcuts. This is a disease, yeah, warrior. Always looking for shortcuts to do something. And we also think that fighting for freedom, there is a shortcut. There is no single shortcut. And our people are getting it. Have you forgotten a few years back? People will call in the radio. Hey, I say several times. Hey, Britain, why now? Why are you doing us like this? You converted us to Christiana and we accepted. You tell us to wear tie, even we are wearing tie more than you. We are, we are Christians, so we are following you. Even you say change your name, and we change our names, answering John, answering Donald, answering this and that, your names. Now, why can't you love us now? That was at the beginning of this. I had it several times. I had it several times. Even during the time of Onyendu on air. People used to call and say, now we have accepted to be servant. We serve you very well. Why United Nations? Now why are you not helping us? The more you serve, the more obedient you are, the more they convert you into slave. That is the world we are living. Are you hearing me? The more obedient you are, the more you are being converted into complete slave. Onyoru. Not a servant, a slave. From servantship, they convert you into complete slavery. In this world, you should know how to rebel. You should know how to discard your life and say, nah, I no go gree. That is how the world is. It is the survival of the fittest. I know by now, many of us now, it is being downloaded in our brains. During the time of ANC, you know how many decades they fought? Children were mowed down on the streets by police. Still, you see, the West, we are defending them. Oh, Chineke, the West, we are supporting them, calling freedom fighters, people that were fighting for their survival, calling them terrorists. He didn't debar them. He didn't stop them from fighting. In South Africa, you are enjoying today. You know, sometimes I ask myself, if this is us, for example, do you think that we Biafrans, we Igbos can return the fire, complete? Children will come out to protest, because that time they will put school puppies under 10 to carry their flag, singing, moving, so that adults will be following at the back, thousands. The apartheid, the police and military will level their gun. The way they shot us in Aba, in Onisha, in many places, they will, in the glares of the international community, they shoot them to pieces. Children. And you see the West, Europe and America, still supporting them, calling ANC, say they are terrorists, defending the undefensible. But did they stop them from fighting, from moving on? Because this is the world we are in. We are in an evil world. Are you hearing me? What do you think that made Bill Gates to engage to destroy lives in Nigeria? What do you think? Do you think that Bill Gates is doing it alone? It is with the tacit support of the American government and Europe. That it is the tacit support, but they are just putting him as a figurehead. But they are behind. That is what they have in stock for us. Therefore, it is for us to fight and to continue fighting for survival. Look at how they turn things upside down. Something will happen. Instead of treating it as it is, you will see they will be playing politics, turning it upside down. The victim becomes, the victim now becomes the culprit. And you know, now what is happening in this world? What is happening? That's why sometimes I cannot understand. I cannot understand. When we talk about evil, sin, now I start asking myself, what is really sin? Why do powerful people or powerful governments, they condone evil, they use sin, they use crime, they use evil in order to attend to for their own benefit? They use all sorts of things. But the masses in the lowest cadre, you are afraid of sin. Oh, hey, come on. The people that are committing mass murder, people that are committing genocide, they don't even care. They don't have conscience. I could remember one of in the history of the Nuremberg trial, when they arrested the high echelons of Hitler, as they were trying them. One of them, I watched the documentary. They prosecuted the United Nations or international community prosecutor. He came and started reading to him, you don't have conscience of clearing the Jews, and you, without conscience, you committed genocide. You're supposed to have you committed the man. Do you know what he told the prosecutor? He says, spare me this S. He used a machine. He said, spare me this arrant nonsense. You are telling me about conscience. It is the masses that you have to talk about conscience. We are history makers. You don't tell me about conscience. You don't tell me about, you know what I'm talking. We are the people that are on top of conscience. Okay? So spare me that nonsense you are telling me about this. We are the people that are on top of conscience. So you don't, there is nothing like conscience or crime or this and that. We live above this. That statement still today, it baffles me. And it's what they are doing. It is the mentality of the most powerful people. I'm telling you honestly. If not, George Bush should be sent into The Hague for international crime. The same like Tony Blair. Because do you know millions of people that these people killed? With lies. What of Libya? The former French president, Sarkozy. And Obama, all of them. And Clinton's wife. Do you know that? But they're above the law. So when you talk about conscience, this and that, it's for lower people. They use all these things to hold. That is why they say religion is the opium of the masses. It is just for the masses. There are a class of people. There is a class when you pass there, all these things doesn't. What matters, you are looking at things, solving issues holistically. Even if it means he clear a race, that is not your problem. Otherwise, do you think that Bill Gates will be going around the world? Do you think that he should be going around the world with the crime he's committing? Do you think so? Are you telling me so? So why am I saying this? This world is about fighting for your survival. The only thing is that not individual survival, because normally our individual survival depends on our collective survival. I used to say this, and this is where we Igbo Biafrans misunderstood life. Are you hearing me? We misunderstood life in this way. We thought that we can do it single, because they have inflicted this type of mentality since 1970 in our psyche. And we thought that once you make your personal money and you build a house, you are okay, that everything is all right. No, it is like it's not all right. You are not okay until we as a people becomes okay. Are you hearing me? You know, enlightenment make the Europeans to understand the importance of collectivity. That we as a people supposed to be okay. Before one person will be deemed okay. Before individuals should be deemed okay. And they set up building system. Do you know what it means? Building a system that keeps everybody okay. Are you hearing me? Not individual. Now you build your mansion and you are staying, you're okay. In your village, you are the only person that have a 3-story building. You have 24/7 electricity because you can fuel them. There is one time, I think last 2 or 3 years, I played the clip. One pastor, whether later I think he also apologized, because one pastor, I think in Aba or in Owerri, that even chased out some IPOB members from his church. That pastor Chijioke something, I could remember the name, if I'm not mistaken, that said that, you have to go and hustle, do your own thing, so that you will become one of the people that are fuel. As you are saying that things are hard, there are people that are fueling their listers, their generators 24/7. Just pray for you to be one of them, individual. Not saying we. No. That is a very, very bad mentality that should be crushed. Are you hearing me? That is why also the reason why we always point into religion. Because the religion they brought into our land, it continue inflaming, bloating, fueling individualism, fueling, selfishness in us, just pray to God, you and your family, and so that you'll be okay. Where others pass and have problem, only you will pass and you will have no problem. Why do you want others to have problem in the first place? Do you see the logic we bring that they cannot answer? They cannot reply back. That is why we say the system, I mean, the religion itself has some this thing, the doctrines that is against our well-being as a people. They always promote to you as an individual. You understand? Where thousands will fall on my side, thousands so is your people. You don't care about them. Now thousands will fall on your left, you will be there, no problem. And you will glorify the name of Jehovah and you shout amen. You know, it makes you believe that you as an individual can do it as long as that your God is with you, which is very wrong for a people. First of all, you shouldn't allow thousands to fall. Do you see our logic? And then they defend. They don't defend. They don't go enter into all this all logics. They don't enter. That is why you will see an Igbo man. He will enter a vehicle, and the vehicle will have accidents. Out of 12 people there, 8 will die, and 4 of them will be fortunate to be alive. And now they will go and give a heavy testimony, you know, cook for people, to entertain people that they are alive, that God loves them more. That is what the doctrine of religion we are in promoted, selfishness. I don't know. I'm saying, let people come so that we host program with opposite or opposing view about religion. Let us talk like brothers. Let us learn from each other. These are the doctrines that made us to be more, you know, individualistic and selfish. But here on Radio Biafra, we preach if others, your brothers, your fellow brothers, are going falling, you help them. They shouldn't fall. If they fall at your right hand, you say you yourself, you have to be unhappy. Why should they fall? You have to look for solution, because you go be. That is what we preach here. Is it not? Is it not? If you you know, can you go and give testimony that now all these things made us to forget about looking for collectivity, collective interests. The Europeans' enlightenment made them, they become solid, and that life now has been inserted in their mindset. That is the way they live now, collectivity. That is why they have collective tourism. Anywhere they go, what I'm telling you is reality. Anywhere they go, they tried everything to be together, to do things together, because they understand that Igobike is not one person trying to be higher than everybody doing. No. They want to carry themselves along. Are you hearing me? Do you see the difference? Whereas you want to be the highest in your village, in your community, so that everybody will be bowing down to you. No. Because when it is only you that is rich in your family or in your village, you are poor. Are you hearing me? Because those other people, they will not allow you to rest. Before you know a Krugi, you'll be kidnapped. That is what is going on in our land. Because the people, the wealth is not something that came out of our collectivity. It is individual hustling. Because nothing binds us together. No ideology, no government binds us together to carry us along. Do you see the reason why IPOB leadership is carrying every member, trying to carry everybody along? So that when we see that there are people that are going off the fold, they say the leadership can say, stop, let us hold on to count. What is happening? You know, that is a pace. It is not that speed you will like as an individual. Because if you go to that speed, that will send bolt speed. Some other people. And you leave them to the wolves. That is why when there are people that wants to run more. But everything is controlled. Please wait. Let us wait for others. No, these people are weak. No, wait. One want to faint, others want to faint. Wait, just let us hold on. Do you see? That is collective race. That is how it's supposed to be. Let us remove ourselves from this spirit of shortcut. Freedom fighting, there is no shortcut on freedom fighting. The only way is the hard way. That is what we are doing. So, if you give time frame of freedom fighting, when is Biafra going to come? Oh no, it's going to come in the next 2 months, in the next 3 years, in the next 10 years. Know that the person is fake. That is why when I look at all these people following all these infiltrators, I say, whether are they themselves or they are under spells? Somebody will tell you that, don't worry, be counting down. Biafra will come in 150 days. After, people will believe him. Continue counting. After the 150 days, say no, it is spiritual. We want to upset Nigeria to, they will give one film scene, idiotic, childish talk, and they will still continue. It will brain of people. And this struggle made me understand that our people are lacking behind mentally when it comes to political thinking, political reasoning. Our people are lagging behind. Many of our people are like babies. Forget about their educational qualification or their words. No. Don't look at that. Mentally, our people are inclined. They can hustle and make money. That is it. But the mentality, when it comes to our collective well-being, that is the politics of our collectivity. Very far. We are very far. I am telling you, when you engage some people that you think that they know in some general views of things, it's not about Agrama when we're in PhD. I am telling you honestly. And when some people, some people want PhD, but nothing. And when when it comes to money, they know how to make money. It's not what I'm talking. You understand? So, what am I saying? We should know how to be together. And that is what IPOB is trying to infuse in us. About our collectivity, collective interest. Also. That is it. And let us not be discouraged by the kidnapping of our leader. No. If you show any weakness to your enemy, he will make use of that. Are you hearing me? If your enemy understands your weakness, now is there they will be pinching. I've said this several times. I said if the Nigerian government, they thought that the center of gravity of this struggle is catch their leader, hold him tight, and they will scatter. Do you see it? Did we scatter? The answer is no. It's only very few individuals that don't know their left from the right that is talking nonsense to be used. No, I don't know. I'm confused now. I want to wait. Let Mazi Nnamdi come. If all of us is doing like that, do you think that Nigerian government will give a damn? They will be laughing. They will say, yes, we tell you, they have scattered. But as long as we continue doing things, continue pushing on, pushing for the restoration of Biafra, they say, what am I the problem? They are independent. Now they will go back to start asking our leaders, saying, "Now, what do you think? How do you quell this thing, please? How do you think we shall, rectify issues?" My people on our time now. But when you stop, because every time you come on air, you are crying, our leader, our leader. They will now see that is the center of gravity. That now this their leader, hey, now they hamper too much. Now do you see that? Do you see the danger? But when you see that now, let's continue moving on. Our goal is Biafra. I name our activity. Name I suppose remain. They will look at and say, nah, Wokema Haji doesn't even, they don't even, how mad the name will only see herself. Are you hearing me? Now, anything, they will start being confused and say, now, how do we stop this? They will now go back to the jail and start asking our leader, how do you think that how do we stop what is happening? How? Look, let me tell you. The leader of PKK, Kurdistan, that is Kurdish movement, in Turkey, Iraq, they have Syria and Iran, I think. It's a people, a nation that was scattered and put into four countries. The same thing we are suffering in Nigeria. Their leader, Abdullah Öcalan, for your information, he was renditioned from the same Kenya. In 1999, they tricked him to come to Kenya for discussions, and he entered Kenya. Abdullah Öcalan, go and search for it. And he was renditioned there and taken from Kenya, the same Kenya, down to Turkey. Are you hearing me? Do you know what is 1999? Check how many years now. 2000 till today, 25 years now. He's still in jail in Turkey, and in solitary confinement. The jail where he is, only him there. I think it's an island. Only him there. No communication, nothing. But how can they make the Kurdish PKK? They are still moving. For you to understand what is freedom fighting, it is not a joke. When they rendition our leader and we show weakness, that wow, we can't do anything without our leader. Our enemy, they will laugh. They will say, they will crumble. They will crumble. Yes, Mazi, that pastor I'm talking, okay, Chijoke NS, yes, of Imo State. You are right. He's a pastor. So, when they say, he will they will crumble, because they know now that it's a weakness. No block us. But when we show no weakness, I move on. Now these people, okay, hey, wow, I check on my I went at their center of gravity. No way. Do you see how things work? That is why when you are, I tell you, if you are in this struggle, kill a sentiment. Kill it. Warrior, sentiment, emotion. Warrior, let it die. Are you hearing me? Let it die. We are soldiers. We can be moving in battlefield, and somebody you drank tea early in the morning with as a soldier, struck the abyss, and you saw him into pieces. The person you 5 minutes ago you were talking with, joking with, became pieces, and you move on. That is how you fight. That is how we are, and that is how we should be. But when you show weakness, hey, Mazi Namdeka, that is why sometimes, hey, release Mazi Namdeka, release him now, release him. Are you crying to? Do you think even if he's going to be released, it's like hearing you will even make them to hold him? Say, nah. It seems they hold these people for blockers. I beg, no, release him. I beg. For your information, as it is, our leader, like here Hana Fioto, is from the mouth of Ejimako. For your information, they put the charges of terrorism on our leader. They remove all those other charges before. They put charges of terrorism for our leader, and terrorism had death penalty. I can't. So that the terrorism had the death penalty in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? So that we understand the situation things are. Are you hearing me? Let me is from you have seen it. I know.
It's guaranteed
Listen,
between a lawyer and his client, and
He's
that
from Ejimako.
enhances the defense we shall prepare. We are unable to discuss with him within that zone of confidentiality that is guaranteed between a lawyer and his client, and that enhances the defense we shall prepare to properly defend him against charges that carry the death penalty. So,
against charges that carry the death penalty. So it's now he know. But before he didn't know they were attacking. Hey, now he knows. I think I am happy Mazi Chinasaworu said it. Some people no, let's wait until Mazi Namde can come out. You are crazy. You are not in freedom fighting. You are in freedom joking. The lawyer say even he carried the penalty for information. So it is we need to quadruple our efforts. That is the only thing. Oh yeah, Kaewawan and Dia Kayopota Mazi Namde can all him as a China Sanworumin. Manatinye, the leadership Tinyoko here. The siblings count higher, block higher, cool higher. See, no. If they put here, nothing. Let's listen to Mazi China Sanworu once more.
Everybody, today is 27th of January. The leadership is determined to do anything that we do with strategically how we have been do our research, conduct our plans, which we are not making it anybody but next. You see the people pushing to court. After Onyendu is going to prison with the rubbish, with the rubbish and a con of other place. These people are planning. Now we are talking in Makama Gadio. Let me tell you people something that happened. You see the signal a day before the morning of the court, the morning of this court on 15 December. We are asking what are we expecting in the court on 15 December. We were told and they said we have tried our best. If we go there, anything they said, it is the wish of God. I am saying it on Radio Biafra because Mongeru, people will want to divert attention. I am shouting it now. We stop all this rubbish court case, do this thing.
You have had it. Your ED. Our erudite law barristers, Ejiofor and Ozekeme, through the difficulty which this rhesus monkey Jimako is talking now, through the difficulties, they still had appeal courts that discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Instead of us to hold on there and now hold it there and with every support so that we continue what we are doing. They said no, they sold them, they this and now when you see they have with blackmail and menace threats pursue everybody. Ganon has said no fair trial. Oh, it's today no fair trial. But these people is now what these people have been fighting. The monster they have been jumping and fighting with the whole bugs in the hearings, everything, but still, Ozekome know how to do something. Geoffrey know how to talk, And today, when they got appeal court discharged and acquitted. Why is selfishness so devastating? Why can't we remove ourselves from this selfishness that is killing us? Why? Look at the clip I played about somebody that went to conference, agricultural conference, that governors, most governors in Nigeria, they sent on international conference on agriculture in Germany. Governors in Igbo land, they sent them letters, but they don't even mind. Their mindset is about looting, killing of that is bringing down Igbo youths, killing Igbo youths. Good luck, Jonathan. I think he said it. He said that this state police that paper is good, but some governors will abuse it. And it's Igbo land, Igbo governors now. Do they care for their people? Do they care for their people? See example of what is happening in Abia. That is a very good example. Where somebody that has his people's mind. Now we are understanding. Okay, he built an audio airport. Abia airport. Audio. And siphoned billions of naira. And you ask yourself, what are these people doing with this type of money? What are they doing with this type of paper money? What are they doing? What is above my understanding. There is even normally I myself, there is a kind of money you will give. I say no, I don't even need it. Please, I don't need it. I don't need it. Personally. For what? What are they doing? Somebody will take all that matters to him, siphoning money that is meant for building things, for improving the lives of population, paying salary they cannot pay. Whole pools of the man went on and hired. Have you forgotten during the election, governorship election, he spent 5 billion naira, budgeted, used it to book the whole hotels in Imo State, in the whole of Imo State. Have you forgotten that one? While small thing we forget. 15 minutes memory. Have you forgotten? Whole pools of them are booked to hotels in the whole of Imo State. So that not all him. Now you start asking, but he don't pay salaries. Pensioners are dying because of lack of pension. And you ask, what type of? Sometimes I will start imagining myself being one of them, in order to allow me to reason like them in this selfish way. I say, no. What will make me? What is it? Now you will be seeing your people suffering. You like it. People will be shouting, and you will have, billions and billions and billions of money packed and stacked somewhere, and you are happy. Does it make sense at all? No, it does not make sense. It does not make sense, honestly. It does not make sense. Let me just read just one or two news headlines before I open the lines, because as I said, today is going to be very short. You understand? I'm trying to bring our brother back, but I understand his excuse and he's okay. No, but within these few days, he will be with me as usual. Now, he said, Farmers Mietiala Union in Southwest signed peace pact in Oyo State. April 20, 2024, day before the yesterday's news. Now you ask, peace of what? Mietiala, they are foreigners, cattle headers that came in order to destroy farm crops. They are doing their private business. So farmers are doing their private business. Now all that they care is to destroy farm. Do you see that there is it's an agenda? There is something. And Dr. Jemanze has made it clear that they are bent. It is the sponsorship of Bill Gates. That thing you are calling, oh, they are Islamizing, they are killing Christians, they are Islam. It's not about religion, but they fashion it to resemble a religious war, so that you will be, your eyes, everybody's eyes, both the culprit and the victim, will be thinking another thing, whereas the main agenda is ongoing. They destroy farm crops, original farm crops, original, because in order to input their fake, genetically modified organism food. You know what they do? They remove they switch off the the nucleus that is responsible for reproduction, and change everything, so that once you eat it also, you yourself, it will enter into your body and disorganize your whole hormone system, and that thing will enter, you will not be able to produce, and you will be having bizarre sicknesses, genetic sicknesses, which you can also transmit to your future children, if you even have any. That is the agenda. Big Gate is on the loose. Are you hearing me? But they will use religion. The people they are using, they'll tell them, you know, you are fighting for Allah. The victims also say, this is a religious. Everybody now will be switched off from the reality, the real thing. It's very dangerous. So the situation I know in Nigeria, all the dangerous. It needs down to earth overhauling and overall think tank in order to solve it. Now they are signing headers, farmers. This is just to deceive people, just to make us wonder. Oh, okay, these people, they have signed. Oh yeah, they say, okay, let us take their own Yoruba style. Oh yeah, let us sign so that they will come and Mieti Allah. You see, we have done it in Yoruba land. It's working. That is only what they want. Now I ask again, why did the conference, the meeting of southern governors, why did it stop? If you are here, if line open, you can tell me about it, please, because I am lost why it was stopped. For the first time in 2020, I think, yes, 2020, the whole southern governors had meeting. They had the conference together to discuss, to call themselves South, we the South. It's that time I understand the reality that the caliphate, the last thing they want us to be is in unity, unified. It is their nightmare. You see, they come every day, the caliphate, they send their agents on air, on national televisions every day, start to, inciting. Oh, you people are going meeting together, but you Yoruba kill Igbo, so they kill Igbos more than anything. Remember, they start to make sure that I say, they are only South being together. What is the problem? Why are they so mad? It doesn't concern we the South, we are together. They fought everything in order to thwart it, and today it is thwarted. Even so-called South is no meeting again among the governors. Do you remember, or have you forgotten, what year is that? Either 2019 or 2020 also. The then Ohaneze Ndibo chief, the chairman, they were also having conference together with the Middle Belt. And that meeting was somewhere, whether in Benue or Otukpo or somewhere, or Plateau, I've forgotten. Or indeed, but with Middle Belt Forum. The same caliphate came openly. The flight they have to, at the airport, they block them. They say, do not allow these people to fly openly. All these things. They feel that there is a limitation they place on us. I am telling you, the caliphate, there is a limit, a limitation they place on us. If we want to go above that, they become mad. They don't care. Coming openly, say no, you cannot do it. Commanding us. And Naiwodo said it. He said they were, stopped openly. They tell the aircraft, don't move, don't carry these people. Don't, until the people were waiting for them, they waited. They said the flight is not moving until they make sure they scatter that meeting. But they will come out and say, we did not. Yesterday I talked about the tribes in the north. Among the 371 ethnic groups in Nigeria, more than 300 is from the north. You don't know it, do you? Any person we see from even right from Plateau, we say now Osama, now lie. That's why they ascribe them to them that they are more populous, and it's used to switch them. And do you hear it? Are you hearing me? They love it like anything. We have been mugu right from time. We start calling all our Hausa, which is lie. In the real sense of it, if you distribute really in the north, if you separate the whole tribes, you see that even Hausa tribes is very little. Are you hearing me? But they will come to our side. They come to the south, come to Igbo land, and start separating us from our brothers, and we accept it. That is weakness. You say no, it doesn't matter. That is weakness. Do you see how things work? And a zebra cannot be living in the same enclosure with a lion. It's impossible. The lion will devour you. We devour the zebra. Because zebra is weak. That is what we are suffering. And that is why they hate IPOB. Because they know that IPOB, we are lions. And there is no equal, two ideologies that can live equally. Two equal ideologies that can live equally in a society. It is impossible. That is, they say now, these weak people, they are rising up. That is why they hate IPOB with every passion. Because we are instigating our people to know their rights. To know that this world, you don't have to start begging. You beg. A beggar has no choice. A beggar always receives the mediocre. You cannot get anything from begging. Instead, you rise up and fight for it. Are you hearing me? That is what is going on. So they are signing off Mietiala and Southwest signed peace pact in Oyo. On what basis? On what basis that Mietiala should now be trampling on their farmland, eating their crops, or what? That is their problem. In our own land, any cow, headsman we see in our bush becomes bush meat. They know it. They know it. Oh. If they want, let them give cows to Igbo politicians and say, oh yeah, you see now, use your name and get it. And be using it to come to our bush. You become bush meat, we don't care. Are you hearing me? We know what they are doing. We know. Now, let me also go on to this another news headline about yes, He said, Tinubu hosting, Nigeria hosts African counter-terrorism summit. You know, these people, they are, you know, they are Nollywood, cinema, they are doing cinema. I am telling you honestly. Okay. Nigeria hosts African counter-terrorism. That was yesterday. Now, African counter-terrorism, on what basis? They know what is going on, but they are playing pranks and politics about it. Let me read a bit. President Bola Tinubu will on Monday open April 22, declare open the African Counterterrorism Summit in Abuja, the nation's capital. Nigeria, with the support of the United Nations Office of Counterterrorism, UNOCT, in organizing the high-level African Counterterrorism Summit under the theme Strengthening Regional Cooperation and Institution Building to Address the Evolving Threat of Terrorism in Abuja from Monday 22nd to Tuesday, April 23rd. That is today and tomorrow. Are these people not jokers? You see that this world, cinema. Now, you tell me, people that are going on international counterterrorism, because of it. Now, what about the terrorist sponsors that they mention their names one after the other? The Nigerian Secret Service know them. The shadow man, the Yoruba military intelligence, very high-ranking military intelligence officer. To the extent he came out to risking his life to tell Nigerians that, look, what these people are doing is joke. They know these people. They know the terrorist sponsors. And in order to stop terrorism that is going on, you have to start uproot them. Who are they? The terrorists, the politicians that are sponsoring them. They are in Aso Rock. They are in governors' houses in the north. Did any person mind the man? Did the American even talk about it? These are the people now that we're anti-terror. After all, America has been in Niger for donkey years. In France, in Mali. For how many years? How many decades? What is happening? These are the sponsors of terrorism. And they are using it to achieve a goal. And one of them is Bill Gates. One of the goals is the Bill Gates agenda. You understand? Because if they remove terrorism, they can no more steal California. They can no more fly in anyhow in Zamfara and take gold, the Zamfara gold, and fly away and enter Dubai. They can no more do that. Without terrorism, they can no more exploit the Californium in Borno State. No. Without terrorism, they can no more bring their NGO, non-governmental organizations, and start posting that they are helping to feed Africa, save the children. Whereas underneath, what they are doing is stealing and killing people. Do you see it? Do you see how they play pranks? The world politics is playing pranks. But woe betide you as the president, as the politicians, that because of your selfish interest, Tinubu, you allow the world, the international community, the West, to play ping pong with the lives of Nigerians. Are you hearing me? Remember that in the 1980s, Tinubu was against military. He ran away to in the 1970s and 80s. He ran away to America. Tinubu you are seeing today. And whatever he was doing that time, do you see intelligence? Whatever drug he was dealing that time, as long as American intelligence service, they know that one day they will promote him, he will become something, they will use him in Nigeria. So they left him. The only law petokra in America, ha jelo emekwe ha pokwa say he's playing, but they know that a day is coming. He will become the president, so they will use him in full. That is why everything he left them now to do anything with Nigerians. Bill Gates can kill anybody he wants. He can take any person's organ without his notice, and the person dies. Because that is not a member of his family. After all, why should he care? Do you see how Africans are wicked? Do you see how Nigerians are wicked to themselves? Because there is wickedness everywhere. But the case of Nigeria is primitive wickedness. I used to say it. There is a difference. Every people is wicked and evil. But there is primitive evil and primitive wickedness. The one you commit against your own people, that is the primitive one. And that is what we should eradicate. Are you hearing me? But if you are wicked only to outsiders for your collective interest, it is a civilized wickedness. That one is allowed. Can you hear me? For some people, they might say, what I'm telling you is true. Because without that civilized wickedness, America will not be what it is today. Without that civilized wickedness, France will not be what it is today. Jacques Chirac in 2008, he said that without Africa, without the Francophone Africa, that France will be like Niger. I am telling you. Because they don't have nothing. Because they have to be looting from outside. That is civilized evil. Civilized evil. It's evil, but it's civilized. When you come to your own people, you become as gentle as dove. You become caring. You pat everybody care. Now, what do you want? Oh, you pay with social welfare. You pay. Oh, you pay in your land. You make sure that everybody is okay. But when you go outside, look at Eagle. Eagle will have its children waiting. He will go outside and kill and take another animal's child, and the hen will be shouting, crying. Eagle and kite, they will steal that child. They don't care the pains of that child, and come back and use that another person's child, another animal's child, to come and feed their children. Don't you see how the world, natural things in this world should teach you something. Eagle never take his child and kill it and go and throw it to cock, to hen, to feed to the hen. But that is what our people, Africans, mostly in Nigeria, that is what they are doing. Do you see why I call it primitivity? It's primitive evil. Evil is allowed in this world, but let it be civilized. If you are doing evil for the interests of your people, it is allowed. What I'm telling you, can challenge me, I will prove it to you. It's natural. But what they are doing in Nigeria is the primitive evil, whereby they kill their own children in order to use them to feed other people's children. Don't you see that it's not even human? That is why even the West, the Europeans, they don't take them as anything. They don't take them as a human beings even. Don't you see that? Now, what am I saying? They had this counter-terrorism summit. But you ask them, why haven't you arrested the terrorist sponsors if you are really fighting against terrorism? They mentioned them. They mentioned their names. Some of those terrorists they caught in Dubai, they are still serving jail sentences in jail terms in Dubai. They mention names they transmitted to Nigeria. They know them. The Nigerian Secret Service know them. But they say, they cannot. They receive order from above, say, don't touch these people. They are doing something for them. America cannot do anything. They cannot come out, but they can come and start doing lip service. Oh, counter. How many times, how many years have they been in Niger Republic? Though they are fighting against terrorism in the Sahel. And this Sahel. We Biafrans, we are not among the Sahelians. So why should we be suffering from terrorism that is in the Sahel? Why should we be suffering it? That is why we should remove ourselves from Nigeria. Once we remove ourselves from Nigeria, we defend our border. No person will enter. Who born you say you are Fulani headsman, you want to enter? You cannot enter unless legally. You now enter legally and be obedient to the law of our land, because we need to defend ourselves. We will have national army and police and defense mechanism to defend ourselves. But as long as Nigeria, anything concerning Sahel, the whole terrorism is here. We are partakers of it. Don't you see what we are suffering? Buhari opened the border, visa-free, Sudan, direct flight from Sudan to Nigeria, direct flight, non-stop. Have you forgotten? Don't you know the reason? They train terrorists. Nigeria. Do you hear that interview with the Southern Sudanese? That there are more than 10 million Nigerians of northern origin in Sudan. More than 10 million. Is there they go and learn, they train them as terrorists. They train them how to defend, to become mujahideen. And that is, ask Asari Dokubo now. He also took training in Sudan, partly in Sudan. Don't you know that? In Sudan. That's why they have direct flight. They come as they want. But if we have our own country as Biafra, we don't have anything to do with them. If they want to come, now they come legally. We know why they are coming. If you want to also go to so-called Nigeria and live there, no problem. You go and obey their culture. You obey their laws. If they are living on Sharia, no problem. So be it. You go, after all, we have our people living in many parts of the world, even in Pakistan, that are on Sharia, I think, and many other places in the world. So, why is it difficult to understand? They are playing lip service, spending a whole lot of money, busy doing nothing. They are fighting terrorism. America fought terrorism in Niger, Sahel for how many years, with France, with all of them. They were not there to fight terrorism. Instead, they were there to encourage and institute more terrorism in our land, so that they can be able, the more terrorists are, the more they have excuse to stay. If there is no more terrorism in the Sahel, you tell America, say, oh boy, why are you staying here now again? They have gone, so terrorism is finished, so you can go, please. They will no more have any excuse to stay there. That is why, as they are there, they are making sure, in order to continue sponsoring terrorism, because they use them. They use them to do dirty jobs. If they want to bring confusion in your land, they sponsor terrorists and they enter your country. Either they use opposition or they use terrorists. That's their dirty fight, their dirty wars, their dirty system. So why are these people holding counter-terrorism summit in Abuja? Have you forgotten also? Because I want people to be remembering. In 2020, have you forgotten that Chad pulled away when Idris Deby was the president of Chad, when he never died? He pulled away from, he stopped participating in regional fight against armed groups or terrorists in Nigeria, against terrorism, against Boko Haram in Nigeria. When they formed the joint regional alliance in fighting Boko Haram, Chad entered thinking that it is what he's hearing. But when he want to really fight and kill, they say no be like that, oh. No kill. They restrain them. They restrain them from clearing the terrorists. They say no be as you they think, oh. After he say, oh boy, he cannot be losing soldiers, and they will tell him not to kill terrorists. Have you forgotten here? I read one news one time. One Nigerian soldier opened up and confessed that as soldiers, they are always commanded not to kill any Boko Haram, but to capture them alive. And to capture one, he said, to capture one Boko Haram alive, you have to lose at least 6 lives, 6 soldiers will go down. But the Nigerian command from above, military hierarchy, say no problem, no, just capture, don't shoot them, don't kill them. Have you forgotten? So why are they deceiving Nigerians all the time? Why? Destroying lives just for Bill Gates in order to come and kill everybody. Then he has taken care of, he has taken over the federal hospitals, where they can give you some medicines free of charge. You think it's anywhere you hear free medicine in Nigeria? Run no, Bawakoso, or Bill Gates and Andy Otiao. You know, guy na amuamoka ini kukuziuku. You understand? Run no, because they don't mean good for you. Do you think Bill Gates that is a master of eugenics? That said it, I put it on my timeline, Facebook. That he wants this world is overpopulated. He wants it to go down, the population to go down. He will give you free medicine for you to survive and live fine as an African. A racist like that. He will give you, plant, give you food, nice food for you to survive and, born children. Let us think again, please. Let us think again. Chad, stop participating in regional fight against terror, against Boko Haram. In 2020, they went back in annoyance. They say Nigeria is not ready. Idris Deby said it. He said Nigeria is not ready to fight against Boko Haram. They are just playing the pranks. That his men he's going out, and he went off. He said no person should call him again about regional this and that. All these are just nonsense. Today, they are having summit, international summit. Nigeria hosts African counter-terrorism summit. Whereas those that are hosting the whole thing, they are terrorists themselves. They are terrorists themselves. Anything they talk is in their hands. They record it. They know you are talking with them. They will go and inform their boys. He said, don't worry. Now don't you see? Just see. In our land, see, whenever the Fulani headsmen are on the rampage, killing people in Uzo1, in that, any part of our land, no police, no military there will come. Even in Plateau, in Benue, any place in Nigeria, no military personnel will come. Until they finish, even if the other time is in not 2 days. They operated for 2 days in Benue. Who came? It's after when they finish now. When they are running, when they finish, if people mobilize at least to come back, now you see the military come. Wait them, say no, stop, don't go. If you do, they shoot you. You that is a victim. Is it not? This is a joke. We are in a generation, a world of joke. I am telling you. The only thing that can stop this is people massively rising up, not only complaining. And that is what IPOB has been soliciting, for people to rise up and take over what belongs to them and say no, enough of all this nonsense. Are you hearing me? That is the solution. But if you leave them, my goodness me, you see they will shit on everybody and nothing will happen. You'll be giving, you say, at least me, I'm okay, or at least let us be living under this bondage. Me, I have my business. At least I'm eating. I'm okay, but you think you're okay, you are not okay. You are not okay. One day you will be sick and they carry you, the attack upon your organ. It affects everybody. Are you hearing me? Today in our land, wise people don't even like going to hospital again like that. I am telling you honestly. I am telling you. Wise people don't even like, even if they're sick, to go to hospital like that. No. Instead, they invite doctor to their homes. The doctor they trust to do everything. They pay. This is the situation we found ourselves. For you to understand that our life depends on politics of the higher level. That is why we are fighting, in order to remove that politics from that higher level to be us, so that we be part of it, so that we be part of decision making. That is the only thing. So that we be in control of our destiny. Because Ahmad Bello vowed that they will never allow us to control our destiny, which is what is going on today. Igbo politicians, do they only on a track by? You ask them nothing, they say, oh boy, nothing, no agenda for Igbo for any of us. We just go there in Abuja to look for our pocket, to look for nothing more. And what on you any agenda for Igbo and his people? No, it's truth. The honest people, they tell you that. Are you hearing me? Have you forgotten when even the former governor of River State, wrote to me, Chibuika Meji? He said that Abuja, what they are doing there is, he said Nigeria is hopeless and helpless. Have you forgotten? People forget very easy. He said Nigeria is hopeless and helpless, and people started laughing. He didn't know that somebody was recording him. He said, because why he says so is people come to Abuja, all these governors they are nothing. Any people come to Abuja just to share money and nothing. Nigeria is hopeless and helpless. That is why we shouldn't continue be inside a hopeless and helpless entity. That is why we are doing what we are doing. Therefore, we must continue, because going back, stopping, I'm not even talking of going back, because we have no back to go. Stopping what we are doing is death and nothing more. So we should understand the situation that is facing us. We are trying to remove ourselves from the continuous colonial legacy that we found ourselves in. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into just few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open the lines and take just few calls, please. Few calls. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
Rapture Media, IPOB call to action. Biafrans return to farming. Invest in agriculture. Have you ever paused to question the importance of self-sufficiency in food production, food self-sufficiency, or the ability of a nation to feed its own people from its own resources, plays a pivotal role in securing a country's future? It's more than just filling our bellies. It's about nourishing our economy, our workforce, and our independence. Imagine being at the mercy of external sources for your daily bread. It's like a constant game of tug-of-war at where your sustenance is the rope. Any moment the balance could tip and you'd be left scrambling for resources. This reliance could pose potential threats to national security and economic stability. Outsourcing our food needs puts us in a vulnerable position, susceptible to price hikes, supply chain disruptions, or even political manipulations. But let's flip the coin and look at the benefits of self-sufficiency in food production. Firstly, it empowers our economy. When we invest in agriculture, we're not just planting seeds in the soil, we're sowing the seeds of economic growth. The farm-to-table journey involves many hands, from farmers to transporters, from retailers to restaurateurs. Each link in this chain represents a job, a livelihood, a boost to our economy. Secondly, it ensures food security. By growing our own food, we can control the quality and quantity of our produce. We're also less likely to experience food shortages, ensuring that no one in our community goes to bed hungry. Lastly, it promotes sustainability. Agriculture done right can be a tool for environmental conservation, preserving our land's fertility for future generations. So you see, self-sufficiency in food production is not just a matter of pride, it's a matter of survival, of economic prosperity, and of national security. Understanding the importance of food self-sufficiency sets the stage for our discussion on the call to action from IPOB. Recently, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, called on Biafrans to return to farming and invest heavily in agriculture. This is not just a call to action, but a clarion call for survival and self-sufficiency. The world is on the brink of a food crisis, and Nigeria is no exception. An impending famine looms large, threatening to cast a dark shadow over the land. But here's the thing. Biafrans are not destined to be victims, but victors. IPOB, led by the indomitable Mazi Kanu, believes that Biafra has the means and the fertile lands to avert this impending danger. This call to action isn't just about planting seeds in the ground, but planting seeds of hope, resilience, and self-reliance. And it's not just about farming. It's about creating an entire ecosystem that supports agriculture, from cash crops to animal husbandry. It's about building agricultural cottage industries that process and preserve agricultural products for export, turning Biafra into a powerhouse of agricultural productivity. So where do you come in? IPOB is appealing to all Biafrans philanthropists to support farmers in their communities. But this support doesn't only mean giving temporary food items. It means providing seedlings and other farming implements. It means encouraging and supporting farmers to go back to farming, to go back to the land that once provided for us all. And it's not just about the present, but about the future. IPOB is urging Biafrans to invest in agricultural research centers. Why? Because quality research and development is key to growing our native food products efficiently and sustainably. It's about learning how to fish.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from our province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct, and our lines are opened and now opened. And do not forget that today is the 22nd day of April 2024. We are live and direct. I'll just take 2 or 3 calls, please. Therefore, our direct line as usual is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Call us now and give us your view, because what we are in a long haul, and I know in a mess, and we must continue fighting to remove ourselves from this mess we found ourselves. Caller on direct line, you are the first caller. Can you hear me? Caller on, sorry, not caller on direct line, caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Mazi Chuku.
Yes, Mas Jonathan.
There were Mazi.
Thank you, Mas Jonathan, as always. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel, and I'm speaking from our location. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Kanu, the man who set up this platform to expose so many things. I greet him once again. You see, Jonathan, as today, sometimes I start to think, and I greet Chukwu Kikabiama that created death for human being. That be you the richest in the whole world, or in your town, or in your state, anywhere, one day you will leave everything and you will die. When I remember death, I say, God, thank God for creating death for human being. Last week, I think Chukwuemeka's Ife death died. I mean, this week. Wunyono died. They buried him last week or so. And all of them have played their wings when they are alive. And they left. If only people in Africa will understand that one day that they will leave all this wealth and die, so that they can adjust their life, their movement when they are alive. Think about Chinedu. The early 80s, Chinedu was a governor in Lagos State. A time came when our leader is talking about Chinedu, saying Chinedu have more than 15 accounts in abroad, and all of them that's full of money in all the banks. And he is still looking to loot money. And after a few months now, years now, he left all these things. Then, where the Bible came in and said, what shall you profit you to gain the whole world and lose your soul? Each time I think about all these things, I become worried. I think last 2 weeks, there was a news that Yoruba want their own nation. They use Yoruba and make that noise. And that thing just disappear. What you are hearing now is that they are signing agreements with the terrorists in Yoruba. A people who cannot say this time that they have opportunity to help their people, to save the life of their people. Because Obasanjo is in a position to help Yoruba now is alive. Chinedu is in a position to help their people now he's alive. But because of wickedness in a black people, somebody will continue stealing until he enter inside the grave and go empty-handed. I don't know what to say about black race. If Yoruba are going to sign contract or agreement, whatever they call it, with terrorist Fulanis, that means they want to align with the Fulanis to fight the East. If careful is not taken, to force somebody to become what he is not. Then tell me how white people will see you as a black man in their country as a human being. Because if people have shame in their eyes as Igbo man, as a Yoruba man, as a Nigerian, you cannot work in the foreign countries like Europe as a black people, because they will see you as the worst animal on earth. Our leader put up this platform to open the eyes of black people, to show them the way of life, how the white people find themselves and train themselves and put their country in order. But today, after over 10 years, you can see an Igbo man fighting to be a slave in the name of Nigeria, fighting IPOB, who is fighting for him. Now he is alive, fighting for his children. Even when he died, his children will enjoy it. You are fighting to be a slave in the name of autopilot, in the name of Simon Eber. When I think all these things, I try to remember the time of Ojukwu and Awolowo. What happened? Ojukwu used his father's money to fight for Igbos, to fight for Biafra. After seeing what happened, 1966, And the same Igbo people, Nnamdi Azikiwe, fight Ojukwu. He go and join Nigeria. Where is Azikiwe today? All the saboteurs, Biafra, and all of them, where is them today? Today, the Fulani are claiming Nigeria. Nobody have ever asked question. Our leader have leaked this secret that the Fulani are coming to take Nigeria, and it is very clear. Nobody has asked question. And because of idiots in black people, the Fulanis are working hard. Now the Fulani, the Yoruba are signing contracts or agreement to allow this devil to eat everybody down, to make sure he conclude the Ahmad Bello dream, which he said on 12th October, to complete it. It is a pity. Let me stop here today. We continue, but before I stop, I want to encourage anybody who is the original IPOB. The highest thing we do is to support this movement. The highest thing, if you build 100 houses, it is nothing if you fail to support this movement, because that's the only way out. Or else, when you die, because that is inevitable, those property you say you have, it will end up somewhere. Thank you, my Jonathan. As always, it's not easy.
Mazi.
Thank you very much. You're a strong person. Chukwu Kabama will help you and help all of us. Thank you, and God bless you.
We must continue. What we are doing is trying to open the eyes of our people about the danger of doing nothing in this our situation. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? My goodness me. Caller on WhatsApp, once again, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, you are not talking, so please let me take another call. Another caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
No, there we'll go on, please. Welcome to the program.
Well, this is Radia calling from United States. Chinedu himself is a terrorist, I must tell you. He is a drug dealer. They forced him into power instead of my Igbo brother, Peter Obi, who genuinely won the election in 2023. Though I don't care for Peter Obi, because he said Biafra was dead. My father fought the Biafran War. That was actually a genocide melted on the Biafran people by Nigeria/Britain government and all their sponsors, the Bill Gates of this world, northern governors, and the Arabic sponsors. Saudi Arabia is 100% a part of it. Ask yourself why Buhari was buried in Saudi Arabia. These people are slaves to the Arabs, period. They are all in it together. Don't get it twisted. The terrorism summit hosted by Chinedu is just a cover-up. Don't be deceived. He has proved, Ahmad Bello is a nobody to try to say what our destinies will be like. We have to prove him wrong. And again, I have to talk about Bill Gates. He's supposed to be put behind bars. I don't care how much he has. I don't care if he's the so-called richest man in the world. Whatever he is, he needs to be put in jail. I'll submit my case for the day. Thank you.
There were. Of course, common sense, law. If law is working in this world, or logic, I should even say, Bill Gates should be behind bars. But who will put him? The people that build the bars, the people that own the bars. How can you put the people that own the bars into the bar or behind the bars? It's impossible. They are the people controlling the world, so they love it. They are killing people. They are for them, they are the gods of this world. So anything they decide goes. That's it. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Can you speak now? Caller on WhatsApp. This is the second time. Caller on WhatsApp. If you are wearing, any gadget, remove it. You are talking, it's not coming out. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, good evening, Mazi.
There we go.
This is Anna Yochiku from Aba.
There we go, Mazi.
I really appreciate your hard work, my brother. You know what is happening in our struggle when we talk about individualism? It is in every situation of life. Our own is not unique. It's in every struggle. I've read so many books pertaining to struggles. And among the people, when people are on their own, no government presence, nobody to help them out, they start fighting individually. So that we are fighting to save our land, it must surely not be all of us. It's just few. And these few will be those that are determined to make history, to put their names on the memory of everybody. Like we have read the history of America, it's just few of them that started up the Revolutionary War against Britain. So the problem we face now is that we sometimes get distracted. And this is where I want us to avoid, because those distractions is what is killing us. Let's not be distracted. I've listened to so many of you and the DOS. This is, when I'm listening to like somebody like a Chinedu, I hear wisdom. I hear somebody talking with good reasoning. I still see the picture of Mazi and Bikalu in all of you. You are all doing wonderfully. So I thank you people for being there. And nothing will take us back because we are going forward. And in the process of going forward, we're facing so many challenges in our lives. And that is why we are working hard to see that we get ourselves to a certain level. Even in our zone here, I've tried to interview some of us. So many people enter into IPOB hoping that Biafra is just a thing you go and you get tomorrow, your children will be employed, you will be employed. Those things shouldn't be our goal. Our goal is to serve the land so that in the future, our name will be remembered, even when we don't partake in enjoying what we have struggled. But like when you talk about religion and things like that, the way we see things is not the way things are. I've read the book of Darwin, where he talks about natural selection. So many people, so many races who existed are no more existing today because they are weak. The strong ones take them out and start living. So this is what we see. Even when we read the Old Testament, somebody saying Israel left Egypt, started killing people, get to their land, kill the people that were living there. Those people that were living there were all human beings created by God. So we get deceived easily without looking into exactly what brought about all those things. There are truths about everything. The weak ones will be taken out. The strong ones will take over. It's not a matter of going to heaven or going to hell. Our conscience is just manipulating us. There are people, like you rightly talked about those in high places that don't have conscience anymore. That is how life is. But those with conscience, like us, that are still under mediocrity, we don't know anything about what the world is. We are trying to create the world in our minds without knowing that the world gives us a different thing, opposite of what we think. So, therefore, should be strong. They should be strong. and fight. That is what all we need to do. We be strong. Follow the steps as DOS are making us to follow without getting distracted. At the end of everything, even either I'm alive or I'm not alive, I want those that will live. Even if I don't be alive to continue, let everybody be strong and continue until we get to the promised land. That is all I have to contribute this night. Thank you, my brother.
Mazi, you said it all. There, thank you very much. This is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. Our brother said something very striking. He gave an example. He said, look, like this world is about natural selection. And the time comes, let me tell you, a time comes, the generations coming will be praising the stronger that kills the weak. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. It's natural. Even in the Bible, you praise the Israelis for destroying canal. Hey, nah, the quick. You don't know you didn't know the agony of those indigenous Canaanites, Jebusites, what they were suffering, what they suffered. Pregnant women, they want to kill them. They say they start shouting, but today you are praising them, aren't you? That is the same way. Those that if you are weak, nobody praises you, you become forgotten. And more. A servant there, a slave. That is how it is. So the only remedy is for us to care genume and rise up, be men of valor. Because there is no space for the weak. The weak belongs to slavery. The weak, it's the rule of this world, though. It's the rule of this world. Look at Bill Gates. He grew and became very, very rich and extended his tentacles. Maybe when he was trying, hustling all those girls, you don't know. You don't know what happened. Had it been he failed, who will know him? So, the world praises, recognizes the powerful. Always the powerful. That's it. The weak remains downtrodden in history. Are you hearing me? Why do we talk about the Kumek warriors? Because they rose up to fight. Do you know what they endured 31 years? Do you know what? Do you know that? Do you know that? We talk about Japan that resisted Europeans and kept their culture for 250 years. Do you think it's a small? It's a 250 years? Is it 25 years? We only Mazi Namdekano has IPOB have been here since over 10 years, little over 10 years, and many people are Hawagomba already. Many people are already now. Do you think that Biafra will come safe? I beg, because you are weak. You are weak. You are weak-minded. Mazi Namdekano is in jail, kidnapped 3 years. Many people, some people just run away. Nah, I don't know. Nah, for you you have to contribute. That is how men of valor behaves. It's just like during war, people comes out to to be conscripted. I want to fight. People that has no experience of warfare or fighting. They come out because they know that their efforts are needed. Without their efforts, everything will collapse. And once we collapse, everybody will suffer it. Not only the soldiers, no. Not only those that fought, everybody will suffer it. So, which part of history you want to be? To remember as men of valor? The same way when you talk about David in the Bible, hey, now you praise him how he killed the Philistines. Single-handedly he brought in order. Saul told him to go, you want to marry my daughter? Oh, yeah, go and bring me the foreskin of 100 the Philistine. He go and slaughter 2,000, and you praise him. Those he slaughtered, are they not human beings? Do you know how they were shouting, begging for mercy at his hand? The same way you complain. Hey man, I come save us, Nigeria now, wow. Fulani are killing us. That is the way they were crying and complaining, and they were being slaughtered without conscience. Today you are praising them, aren't you? That is the word. Or why don't he tell you? So you must make sure to be powerful. One human being, one person individually, you cannot make it. You can only be wealthy, be okay. If they want to use a slave, you use others as slave, your brothers. You'll be watching your brothers being used, killed. You can't do nothing. Instead, you escape. But together, we can do something. That is what IPOB is preaching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And tomorrow is another day. We must continue. But do not forget that we are in this campaign, radical campaign for agricultural revolution. In our land, any space you have, try both animal husbandry, almost is something in any slightest space. One you get, okay, get a family, if we get a family get something, okay, for family get something, okay, the family rest something. My brother, now so hunger they go down. Are you hearing me? This season of famine, that is what, because we cannot be suffering, I see onye now. Now, complete it. First fool is not a fool, but second fool, that is the real fool. Are you hearing me? We have suffered hunger, blockade, food blockade. And even of recent, every time anything that happened, they said no, they will block, they will not send food to the south. No more food to southeast. And Adamawa state governor said no more food. They started stopping if you carry lorries of yam or any food stuff coming to, they crossing to River Benue, they stop it. They block it. Can't it ring a bell in your head? Don't you think that as a human being, you say, this is where these people are going? So we have to make effort in order to be food independent, food sufficient. Is it not reasonable to do? Or when a reasonable person game, not only looking for cash, money, paper. Money is paper. If you have millions and you come to the market, you don't see nothing to buy, what are you going to do? During Biafran war, people have money. My father's own Biafran pounds still full our house. Store it. No food to buy. Is it not a reasonable thing to do, to concentrate and say, nah, this lack of food, nah, let us do something, no? Anyhow, anything. Even if you are working, you are a mechanical, you are anything, a government worker, you make out time. That is how reasonable people behave. Otherwise, if we allow what happened before, which they have been giving us sign, any slightest thing they will block, they not say they are no more bringing food. The most natural thing for us to do is to do what? To start farming. Fish pond, animal husbandry, horticulture, farming, peasantry, anyhow. Candidate, so that you don't go. We continue like before. Anywhere you go to the market, you start seeing things and now you are buteji to sell because they have a surplus. Oh, another person brought a cocoyam. You don't have a cocoa. You say yam and use money buy cocoyam. You say your cocoyam, use some money, buy meat or buy fish. Somebody that is doing aquarium, fish pond, sell his fish, use some of the money, buy yam. That is how things move. Everybody, we don't need to depend on no Benweka, no Guausa. No, this is wrong mentality. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Also, you can visit our website www.ipob.org. There, go to donate to IPOB. Go there, you use PayPal. PayPal. It's very easy. Just click anything you want to give, you give. That is how things are done. Because what we are doing needs money, and on Saturday there will be a program, ESN fundraising. So you must be part of it. You must contribute one way or the other in order to support what we are doing. You don't need to be on the fence or sideline listening on camera. You take yourself as you too knowledgeable, you too wise. Nah, let me be on the fence. If if you get head, if I see say you no get head, so in Nigeria, you are contributing to the failure. Are you hearing me? We have to do this thing once and for all. Had it been we succeeded since 1960s, we wouldn't be here talking about Biafra restoration again. But he who fights to run away, you must fight another day. You fight, you never stop. If you think that now you die, you say now, don't worry, I'm getting old, I will not support even I'll die quiet that you die, you come back, you reincarnate, and even bruise Yanishi. You understand? Bruise Yanishi, you baby, that time you be one of the sacrificial lambs direct. That's it. So we have to continue. Let us also learn how to eat healthy, please, because a healthy people builds a healthy nation. Let us limit ourselves from eating all these junk foods, unhealthy food. Even if you are in a country that is not where you cannot find all this our food, or is very costly, because I can understand. With everything here from Nigeria, it become costly. You can, manipulate and do it another way. When you can peanuts, gonna call him low, things are nice. I want him. You grow cancer with your money. You got a supermarket, you are eating foreign food. It's even foreign in your body. It doesn't matter the taste. It's not a way on at all. How our people are developing different types of sicknesses is baffling. Some things we don't know. We didn't know. We are known to be healthy people. That is all because of the healthy food we are eating. But today, our people have left this healthy food. Nonsense. Let us eat healthy, please. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our identity. Biafra remains our religion. It is only us that we together bring it back, restore Biafra. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Welcome to IPOB Rapture Media, IPOB Call to Action, Biafrans Return to Farming, Invest in Agriculture. Have you ever paused to question the importance of self-sufficiency in food production, food self-sufficiency, or the ability of a nation to feed its own people from its own resources, plays a pivotal role in securing a country's future? It's more than just filling our bellies. It's about nourishing our economy, our workforce, and our independence. Imagine being at the mercy of external sources for your daily bread. It's like a constant game of tug-of-war at where your sustenance is the rope. Any moment the balance could tip and you'd be left scrambling for resources. This reliance could pose potential threats to national security and economic stability. Outsourcing our food needs puts us in a vulnerable position, susceptible to price hikes, supply chain disruptions, or even political manipulations. But let's flip the coin and look at the